Hello, today is Wednesday, January 17th, 2024. My name is Daniel Mullany, and again behind the camera we have Nico Greina. And today we are here to film a video source inspection of a new Sitek 880 spin rinse dryer. Our customer is located here in the United States and their PO number is 1056310. All right, I will go ahead and get the process started and then describe the system as we go. So in our top chamber we have a 6-inch cassette. And in our bottom chamber we have 8-inch or 200 millimeter in a low profile cassette. Okay, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, this is a model 880 spin rinse dryer. That means it is a double stack system capable of running up to 8-inch substrates. That's what we have in our bottom chamber here. This customer is also running 6-inch substrates, and it's why we have our 6-inch rotor in the other chamber. I'm going to step to the back of the system right now in order to identify our system serial number, which is SRD-01593. I'm also going to take a moment to inspect the back of the system as we're running both rinse processes simultaneously right now. I don't see any leaks on the back. Everything's running as normal, and I'm also able to turn on and off and confirm the functionality of our recirc. All right, perfect. So we just finished the rinse cycle on the top chamber and finishing on the bottom as well, and completed our purge steps. Okay. System is balanced nicely as well, and everything is running correctly. Okay, so great. So now we're going to be in our two final dry steps. We're going to basically have a dry 1 step, which is going to be about 1.5 minutes at 1800 RPM. We're going to do the first dry step to sling and whip the majority of the water off our cassette and substrates. And then we're going to move to our longer dry step, which is dry 2. We're going to ramp down to 500 RPM and stay there for about 5 minutes. We're then going to let the heating elements of the system continue to finish the dry, which will give us the best results out of the system for a short process time, as well as minimal particles added and a uniformly dried substrate surface. So the most important part about our spin rinse dryer systems is our touchscreen slick device controller. Our slick device controllers have all the features that you need in order to run your spin rinse dryer, as well as they are conveniently designed with 2 separate controllers per chamber, as well as you're able to slide the controller out and replace it with just an additional controller for any kind of services that you need. Having individually dedicated controllers to each chamber, as well as being able to easily slide a controller in and out of the chamber in order to do any services, allows you to minimize downtime for your system and make sure that your production can run through the SRD smoothly. This controller has many different features, including multiple recipes, the ability to customize your recipes, data logging, which allows you to see on the controller a specific day's process runs and alarms, as well as use our USB port to pull that information off onto a controller. It has a maintenance mode that allows you to individually actuate any component on the system. For example, if you wanted to verify that your heater was running properly, you could go into our maintenance mode, access the actuators page, is what we call the page that includes the heater, and initiate the heater. You could have the door open, the nitrogen valve would open automatically and start blowing. Then you'd see current consumption come across our controller to know that the controller is actively monitoring the current consumption of the heater, and you could also feel it heating up. We also have a nitrogen purge saving feature, which allows you to shut off the nitrogen waste in between runs. This typically saves at least $2,000 a year in wasted nitrogen and can save even more depending on what your nitrogen cost is. If you're interested in learning more about how we can save you nitrogen, not just on the systems that we'd sell you from our inventory, but also how we can retrofit our control system into your existing rinser dryers, please give us a call. We have the ability to work through that with you, provide you a quote for those services, and also help you put together an ROI report to better justify the cost of upgrading our systems. When you find that the controllers are going to pay for themselves in a couple years or less, it becomes a no-brainer to bring your system into the 21st century. In addition to those features, then we also have a auto cycle, which allows your system to run automatically over a period of time to make sure that if it's going to be sitting idle for a while, it has the ability to flush itself out. There's also more that our controller can do, and a lot of that information can be found on our website, which is www.sitekprocess.com. But the best thing that you can really do is pick up the phone and give us a call at 916-797-9000. Okay, so we got about 2.5 minutes left. So what I'll do is take a moment to actually discuss how we can help your existing spin rinse dryers. So far, we've been talking about this new system that we've sold from our inventory, but we can also help you out with parts and services to keep your existing spin rinse dryers up and running. Not only can we upgrade them with touchscreen controllers, but we can also repair your existing controller, rebuild your motor, repair your motor controller, or rebalance your rotor. Rotor rebalances are a service that are critical in order to maintain the lifespan of your spin rinse dryer. Basically, I'm sure that if you're thinking about your spin rinse dryers in your fab right now, there's at least one that when you press start, it starts rumbling around. Although it's not damaging your product, what it is doing is it's putting additional wear and tear on the bearings of your motor and the motor isolators, which are positioned underneath the motor mounting frames. They're essentially the rubber isolators that absorb that vibration. When you have heavy vibration on your motor, those bearings are going to go out more quickly, as well as those motor isolators are going to get more and more quickly. So instead of being spongy and absorbing the vibration, they're going to degrade and become stiff, and then allow that vibration to run through your entire system instead of running smoothly. So if you have an SRD that's running like that, you want to give us a call so we can get a rotor balance done for you. What you'll do is you'll send in your rotor, we'll rebalance it to the load that you need, we'll then re-electropolish it and return it to you in a like new condition, running smooth and ready to go. So that talks about a few of the services, but we also have a ton of spare parts that you'd need. So whether or not you need some basic consumables such as windows, filters, seals, tubing, or something else like that, or you need some components such as the pneumatic Teflon valves, the rotor upright positioner, or some major components such as the motor itself or even a backup rotor. We have all of those parts available for you, as well as all those services I just described. We can upkeep your spin rinse dryer fleet 100%. Sitek is a spin rinse dryer company first and foremost, and our capability of supporting you with this tool set is why we're here. Okay, we now are completing the dry process on our top chamber. So now we are uprighted. You can see that we switched from green process to blue being an idle. I can feel our N2 purging in hot. Our cassette is warm to the touch. And all of our substrates here are dry and ready for the next step in your process. We'll now inspect the bottom chamber. Again, I can feel that nitrogen purging in hot when I reach in. Our cassette is warm to the touch, and all of our substrates are dry and ready for the next step in your process. That will complete our video source inspection for today. I'd like to thank you for taking the time to view it. If you want to learn more about what we do, take a look at all the other videos on our YouTube channel, which is probably where you're at now, or go to our website, which I provided earlier, sitekprocess.com. But again, if you want to talk to us, just please pick up the phone and give us a call, 916-797-9000. And to talk to me directly, dial extension 2201. I'm here and ready to help out with your spin rinse dryer needs. Thanks so much for your time.